shout out. I used to check his ass out, and not literally. I used to check his ass out from afar.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna just.
Excuse me, sir. Welcome back to another episode of Late Entry, your favorite or soon-to-be favorite place for the hottest sports news, wildest viral content, and conversations guaranteed to make you laugh. We got an old friend with us tonight with a new name. That is Gustav Eiffel.
Gustav Eiffel.
All right.
I love it.
And we got RBF Kyle. As always.
What up?
Oh, I didn't cut your whole shit off. I got the fucking intro right on the first time and then got too excited. And then as always, your host, Double Dose. Tonight we're going to get into some NFL news. A little bit of trades have happened. Some NBA news with a special based or BS about Paul Pierce. And all due disrespect and some funny posts. But before we get into any of that, we got to talk about the thing that's been all over my Twitter the last few days. I'm sure yours. Drake's abs. This man gonna pop out on Instagram with a fucking... I saw somebody say he got impossible meat in his stomach. He's got that shit out there. He got no arms, no chest, no shoulders, but fucking rock hard to find abs. Toph, what was your first thought when you saw this?
You ever seen the episode of SpongeBob, Anchor Arms?
Anchor, oh my god.
Drake got the anchor abs going on. The way you just, if you just look at the sculpts, pause, of Drake's body right here. Like I said, no definition of the chest. We ain't got no traps, no shoulders, no nothing. Yeah, I mean, the little bulge there on the left, hope the man ain't got cancer or something. But yeah, it definitely does not look real whatsoever. Rest in peace, Drake. Hope you get well, but yeah, you have to, whoever did that surgery, you need to hit them back up, hit that line up, man. You need to get that redone.
And it's crazy because he had done this before, and then he got flamed for it. Kendrick had that in the song, and then he's gonna pop out a few months later with even more defined fake abs, which is crazy because you know that everyone's paying attention to it. Kyle, what'd you think?
Well, I'm a little disappointed to see this because I spent a lot of money on my trainer, and I was told in the ad that he trained Drake. And I don't know. I think we had the same results, but I'm not 100% sure. It looks pretty similar. I don't know if you guys can see it in the lighting.
I see them coming in.
Yeah, they're coming in.
Yo!
I'm not 100% sure that it's working, but I'm trying here. So I think Drake and I are on a good path. Hopefully one day we'll be to CrossFit levels, but we're trying. We're trying. We're just two guys out here trying.
Oh man.
Oh, hey, you got some definition there, bro.
Yeah, I'm working on it. You want me to show it again? I can take my shirt off for the show. It might be good for the viewers.
You gonna make him? You gonna make everybody too excited, bro? Oh my gosh!
I went upstairs. I was like, Miranda, you got a Sharpie?
What a start!
Hey, I mean, your abs are about as real as his, so
they're looking good, dude. They're looking good.
Oh yeah!
Hey man, keep up that diet, man.
Thank you, man. It's in the kitchen.
That's crazy though. To literally, you
How
walk
good
around.
Of shape I'm in. I know.
You got that shit all fucking etched up, and then literally just nothing up here. The anchor arms is fucking funny too, dog. That's literally.
Yeah, no, I am the example of what Drake just did. I had the drawouts. Drake just lived it. He had the money to afford it.
Toph talking about the anchor arms. Imagine that man is out at the beach, bro, and somebody throws a fucking frisbee and it hits him and the shit and just pops. The nigga deflates.
Fuck popping a boobie. He just popped an ab, bro.
Oh, them two lumps. He might be able to catch that frisbee on the side. It might not move. Catch it right there.
Nigga, do one fucking sit up, bro, and fucking explode.
Oh man.
All right.
Only Drake, man. Only Drake.
He worked for that shit. Mm-hmm.
I feel like men getting plastic surgery on your abs is not acceptable. Like, I feel like there's a hierarchy of things that are acceptable. There's no amount of work in the gym that's going to fix, like, give you bigger titties. So if you get a boob job, I understand. Now, BBLs, we get into a little bit. You know what I mean? I've seen some good BBLs. I've seen some bad BBLs. But, you know, if the thighs don't match, it can be raps. Drake's fucking none of his shit match. That shit is mismatched as fuck.
No proportion on that.
If you've got the money to get the fake abs, could you at least have them inflate the pecs?
Yeah, for real. If you have, you better get the full torso package. Like, if you got that kind of money, you better get it all pumped up.
Yep. Would you guys ever get fake abs?
Hell no.
No. I'm a ride. Wait, these are real, by the way. The 6-pack I just showed you guys, that's real. So I'm gonna ride this 6-pack into the grave. You know, I'm gonna keep doing it the right way.
I ain't mad at you.
No surgery.
All right, let's get into some NFL news.
I'm doing it the right way. All right.
BBL Drizzy.
I put in 2 fucking Zens because I didn't want to have to reload in the middle of the episode, and they're killing me.
Oh my god.
I mean, 2 of them was not the move, nigga. I'm dying. My throat's about to fucking swell up like I'm fucking I'm about to go into anaphylactic shock. Okay, on to some NFL news. So we just had a big trade go through. Dolphins and the Steelers made a trade. So the Dolphins are getting Minka Fitzpatrick and a 5th rounder, and Jalen Ramsey, Jonnu Smith, and a 2027 7th rounder are going to the Steelers. Kyle, what was your initial thoughts on this?
Well, Minka used to be good. Fitzpatrick is going back to the team that gave him away right as he was starting to get good and gave the Steelers all of his good years. So that part to me kind of sucks for the Dolphins. Jalen Ramsey, I think, is kind of also declining. So to me, this feels like a straight up trade between them. I know Jonnu Smith had a great season last year, but he's being brought in as a depth piece. So to me, this is a straight up trade between Minka and Ramsey. And I think the Steelers think they have more upside from Ramsey in a coverage standpoint, which is something they need that they did not have with Minka last year, especially. I mean, he's never been that great at coverage. He's always been more of a rusher and a guy that can get downhill, and somebody that can kind of pair up against the slot and do his job, get a couple picks. But the last few seasons, he's kind of declined in those numbers. So I love this for the Steelers, really. I think they have a lot of upside from 2 really good players. That being said, the Dolphins getting Darren Waller is a very fun thing.
I ain't even say that shit yet.
But
you a little excited over there?
Yeah.
Premature information giver. Yeah.
I like to do that.
let me just add that to it then, and then we can discuss the whole thing. So, no, fuck that. Actually, let's stay on the topic at hand.
Yeah, please keep going.
I know that the Steelers really wanted Jonnu Smith. They've been talking about it for a little bit. They're trying to make a trade work out in order to get him, which is interesting to know. They've got Freiermuth.
What do they want him for if they have Freiermuth?
All I know is that they said that he has been a target of theirs for, I think, like a month or 2. Toph, what did you think?
All right. Well, first, let me speak on the Jonnu Smith part. Jonnu Smith, ever since, dating way back his Tennessee Titan days, he's a bit of a tweener player. He's not like your normal tight end. He could actually play some part running back at some point, what he could have did in certain personnels back in Tennessee. Now let's think about the Steelers as a team. You got old man discount double check. Obviously, he can't carry the team anymore, so he needs that supporting. He cannot carry the team. He needs a heavy, heavy supporting cast to, get him up over the hump. Now I like the addition of DK Metcalf, just a 50-50 guy. Throw it up to him. Hopefully he comes down with it. And hopefully Roman Wilson steps up. And was it year 2 for him?
Yep.
Calvin Austin kind of came on a bit of late as well too. And then you tack on Jonnu Smith, who Aaron Rodgers always loved a good tight end. Back when he had Jared Cook, made one of the most memorable catches. I don't want to say NFL history, but one of the best damn catches. But I think Jonnu Smith, if they use him correctly, I think he could be a difference maker in that offense. You already lost Najee Harris, so you're banking on James Conner and the young Rook.
Jalen Warren.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My bad. Jalen Warren. Which I'm not really a fan of, but yeah, you're right. Basically the same thing. But I like Jonnu Smith in there. Like I said, if they get him a pretty interesting package, I definitely think it could do well. Now, the Jalen Ramsey, this is the part that I'm torn on. You got old man Slay, and I've got old man Jalen. I don't know if I want Jalen Ramsey out either in the nickel slot or out wide. I think it'd be interesting to put him in as a safety, kind of like what Charles Woodson did toward the ends of his career. Because I definitely think Jalen Ramsey has lost a couple steps, not just one. I'm not the biggest Jalen Ramsey fan in today. Back in his young days, he was a hell of a player, but I think him at safety would be interesting for that team. It's definitely a weird trade overall. It's definitely one that, definitely scratched my head. It's one of the ones that just came out of nowhere. But I'm interested to see exactly how it works out for the Steelers. I think for the Dolphins, it makes a lot more sense.
It's interesting, Kyle, because I know that. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that I think that this is a perfect time for Ramsey to move to safety. Just like it's kind of, I said to Spencer yesterday off camera, this is like that moment where it was like when Sherman switched from being a dominant corner to being a dominant safety. Like it feels like that moment where Ramsey can do the same thing and he can kind of just put everything in front of him. I know he used to lock people up, but like now it's the time where you can just like slow things down, put things in front of you, and like really put up some numbers and read defenses. I know he's got the knowledge to do it. So I think Tomlin would be the perfect coach for him to do something like that and make that transition. I completely agree with you, Toph. I think a move to safety for Jalen Ramsey would be perfect.
Toph, do you think, because essentially the picks, 2027 7th rounder, I mean, that's not really shit. Do you think that Minka is better than Ramsey and Jonnu combined? Because that's essentially what he got traded for.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Do you agree with Kyle in thinking that he's washed, or you think that he's still pretty good?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of, if you were to split, let's just say who's somebody in their division. I mean, Jalen Ramsey against Jamar Chase. Hell no. That's barbecue chicken. Jamar Chase would cook that man alive.
No, I'm saying Minka. You think Minka's washed?
No, not as nearly as much as Jalen Ramsey is. I mean, he plays safe. It's a different position. Minka does move around a lot more, but at the same time, you could lesser his role to say, all right, I want you to play primarily safe. You don't got to go in the box. You don't got to roam. I would definitely take Minka over Jalen Ramsey any day of the week, especially right now.
So then, as Kyle brought up, so then you've got Darren Waller coming out of retirement and getting traded from the Giants to the Dolphins, which I think is hilarious because literally Darren Waller is like, I'll play for anybody but not y'all. I still want to play football. I don't want to play Giants football, which is hilarious. I saw an interview with him talking the other day about how he was like, they had him playing fullback, and he was like, what the hell am I doing out here? And that's when he was like, all right, I'm done.
How old is Darren Waller? Is he like mid-30s?
It's like
a low 30?
I don't know. Kyle, you want to give your thoughts on that? Toph, can you fact check that?
Yeah.
I believe he's he's approaching 30 or 30. He's not that old. I kind of agree with Spencer's take here. I think he did not want to play for this Giants organization. I don't think it had much to do with Daboll. I think it had a lot to do with the front office and the way the team was being run. And as a Lions fan, this feels very like kindred to when Rob Gronkowski went on all the talk shows and was like, I just told him I was retired. You can't trade me to the Lions. But I also understand it. I get it. I get why Gronk didn't want to come to the Lions and play for Matt Patricia. I get why Waller didn't want to play for Daboll and whatever the hell that guy's name is that let Saquon go. He will always be remembered for that.
Yeah. Their GM. I forgot what his name is.
I know. His name's forgettable, but we'll never forget what he did. Shank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
R.I.P. to the Giants.
Did you get the age, Toph?
Yes, Waller is 32, but he'll be 33 on September 13th. So he's basically 33 when real football kicks
But the
around.
Dolphins just showed that they want to work a scheme for their tight ends with Jonnu freaking Smith, who's never had a 1,000+ yard season, and
That's hard for a tight
popped
end.
off for them last year.
There's only a couple of tight ends that get 1,000.
Do you think that?
I know.
Do you think that Waller is going to make a good contribution to the Dolphins, or do you think he's just going to be out?
If he stays healthy, I mean, he's got a glass chin, so
I mean,
if
we
he can
can't
put
expect
14 games
Oakland
in,
Darren Waller.
I think he's a 1,000-yard receiver for sure.
Whoa!
They've got. They've been.
Hold on. Now,
Go ahead.
If he puts 14 games in, he's a 1,000-yard receiver.
No.
I don't care if he missed a year or not.
Ain't no
The
way.
scheme that the Dolphins had for their tight ends last year, it can happen.
Yeah, but Jonnu's more athletic than Darren Waller. Younger.
I disagree with that.
Oh, hey. All the power to you. Ain't no way in hell old man Darren Waller, coped up Darren Waller's getting 1K.
Hey, do I smell a bet?
I'll take a bet. I'll give him $100 if he gets 1K.
Oh my God,
$100.
Kyle.
Ain't no way in hell he's getting 1K.
All right, $100 bet on
All right, y'all heard it.
1,000-yard season from
Sure.
Darren Waller. Why not? What the fuck?
On July 4th,
shit.
12:03 a.m. Mark it. I'll come back for this.
You're
too.
riding high off that. I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Ain't no way.
Okay, so we got $100 both ways. If Darren Waller gets a 1,000 yards, I'm excited to see this. I know they keep plugging and playing. They keep plugging and playing different tight ends.
I also
know they
started
had
that with like if he played 14 games. But
No.
I'm down with
Nope.
I'm down with the total bet. I'm down with it. If he gets hurt, I pay you.
No.
Hell
If he
no.
tears his
You
ACL,
said
I pay you.
Wait. No.
Okay.
No.
Nope. He said
No.
1K.
He did say 14.
No, I know.
Doing
I'm just saying. I'm
hypotheticals now.
saying.
No,
I'm
he
agreeing.
said
I'm
no.
agreeing.
If he gets hurt, it doesn't count.
Hell no.
He's got to play the 14 games.
No.
No, I'm
He
with
said
it.
1K.
So
We don't get to do these little seasons.
I did.
No.
I mean, we
1K
can
is
run
1K.
it back. I did say that, but I am gonna stand on it.
See,
now,
thank you. I
especially
appreciate
because
that.
of how hard you doubled down. I'll stand on it. I'll pay you 100 if you don't.
And
if he gets hurt
I got
game
no
one,
problem.
if he gets hurt game one, you gonna make him pay you?
He should have stayed in retirement.
That's crazy.
The man ain't played in a while.
That's crazy.
Hey, man, I'm harsh.
Oh God.
Nah, I think he will. I just have a hard time seeing 33-year-old Darren Waller getting 1K in that offense. It's already heavily dependent on one A-Chain, Tyreek Hill, and Dylan Waller. He's the fourth option. How's he going to get 1K?
Jonnu Smith was the first option last year.
I mean, not if Tyreek Hill play. I'm still riding A-Chain over Johnny Smith. And I love Johnny. Hey, if he gets 1K, hey.
I'm just talking stats. That's all I'm talking. Jonnu Smith had the best year he's ever had last year.
He did. He balled out. But I'm talking about Darren Waller. Coke up Darren Waller. Not John New.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. I'm so excited to
I
come
can't
back
wait.
to this.
Me too.
I can't wait.
All right. So
I'm gonna buy a Darren Waller jersey too. If he gets 1K, I'm gonna wear it right on the podcast.
I think he's the most talented tight end they've brought into the mix. If we're talking about raw talent,
That's fair.
so I think he could be the answer, but I don't want to put my eggs in that hat as that he's like in that he's going to get a contract or anything like that. Like, you know, I just think he's a talented tight end. He's a receiving threat. He's gone over 1,000 before. I'll make a bet on it again. I don't care if he missed a year.
Moving on to the NBA. So this is going to be a based or BS. Paul Pierce said that he was the best pure scorer in NBA history. Toph, is that based or is that BS?
I see Mr. Paul Pierce has been on the Don Julio again. Trying to be relevant again. If he wants to make another bet, you know, if he wants to walk back to work again, hey, we could do it. But, you know, Paul, he just likes to talk, man. But he on some BS with this one.
Okay. Kyle, based or BS?
Yeah, this is some bullshit. Paul Pierce is not one of the best scorers, one of the top 3 or top 5 or top 10 scorers of all time.
Pure scorers in history, yeah. Yep, I'm with you. I think that that's BS as well. I don't think that he's up there at all. I know he was good. He had games.
He was clutch.
But not top, not best, not even close to best in NBA history. So, I'm going to kick it back to you guys again. I want to hear your top 3 best pure scorers in NBA history.
I'll lead us off. My top 3, I got Kobe, and then I got Larry, and then I got, oh God, I literally have 2 names as number 3.
Honorable
I'm
mention.
gonna go with Steph.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because he's a really good scorer. And he's done it in the most clutch moments. The same way that the other guy I had was MJ, but top 3. If last minute in the game, those are the 3 guys I'd want the ball in their hand out of anybody else in the world.
Okay. Toph?
All right, we're going to rapid fire this really quick. 1, KD. 2, Carmelo. 3, Jordan. Honorable mention, Michael Beasley at number 4. There you go.
Okay. I don't hate that list. I have number 1. I've got KD as well. 2, I have Kobe. 3, forgive my youth on this one. I know y'all going to hate this. I got James Harden, dog.
No, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Rockets James Harden. I remember turning the TV on and seeing them talk about, is he the greatest scorer in history?
I mean, he had 60-point triple doubles.
Larry Bird. Has anybody seen Larry Bird?
Man,
bro, Larry Bird played.
Larry out of here.
Larry Bird played when I was fucking negative 15.
Larry.
Larry Bird would point to a spot on the floor and be like, "You want me to hit it there? All right, I'll hit it."
I know he was good, but he's not someone that I was watching like that for real.
Not on my list.
I do have to
killers. Assassins.
I do have to honorable mention LeBron. I know that he is not considered. Hey, shut the fuck up and let me get my shit off. What do you mean no? What do you mean no? The man has the most points in NBA history. The most points. Every time he scores a basket, he's setting a new record for most points in NBA history. I know that he's not thought of in the same way, but my man's can hoop. I don't think that he's thought of like that because people consider him a better all-around player in general. But we're not going to act like Bron can't get buckets, especially a younger Bron.
I mean, he literally just said that in Mind the Game with KD and Steve Nash. Like, that's not his play style. He even said KD is one of the best, but I mean, you got to think if LeBron James just said, forget the past, I'm going to just put my head down.
Thank you.
Nobody's stopping that, man.
Thank you.
I'm not mad at that bit.
And he's done it. And he's done it when he's had to do it before.
That's not shooting.
We said scoring, not shooting.
Right, score. Pure scorer. He was unstoppable.
It'd be completely different.
I'm never going to forget that game against, I think it was the Raptors, where he went coast to coast in like 4 seconds.
The floater one?
Yep. Fucking hit the backboard and went in. That was incredible.
Was that the send-off for the series?
I think so. I think that was how the shit ended.
Send them home.
Bro jumped up on the table, threw the powder in the air. That shit was a moment, dog. When LeBron, like you said, it's not his play style. It's not his play style, but if he goes in scorer mode, he can't be stopped. And he's done it even last season at his advanced age. When it's like fourth quarter comes and it's time to close out, he'll go the whole game with 6 points and finish with 25. Like,
yeah,
he is up there. It's just not his play style, which is why I don't have him top 3. I'm surprised.
We just don't
Kyle,
think of him in that mold.
Exactly. I'm surprised, Kyle, that you don't have KD up there.
Yeah,
that's your boy.
Surprised.
And both of us had him.
I think of him more as a shooter than a scorer, I guess.
See, when I think of score, if you put this ball in this person's hand, ISO it, it's a wrap. KD, wrap. Melo, he a big body you, fade away. When Melo was hot, yeah, you might as well pack it up.
Melo prime, I agree.
Oh, yeah. Melo's good.
So that's where I went with mine. Like I said, definitely LeBron.
I hear you.
He's got the most points. Scoring.
Also, AI prime is up there. Like, he's got to be an honorable mention. Like, when you ISO AI in his prime.
Yeah, I thought about it.
Out.
I'm surprised y'all didn't have
He's definitely up there.
T-Mac was definitely in my conversation.
I went with Melo instead.
Again. Y'all did all that glazing about all those points in, what was it, a minute?
13.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Ain't no glazing. That happened.
It did happen.
No, I did think about it, but if I went MJ, I can't have like Kobe or T-Mac. I feel like I had to pick one of those guys. So,
I went Kobe over both. I wanted to put MJ in.
I should have bought Beasley at 3.
That was a tough list.
I'm surprised that y'all didn't have more issue with the James Harden one, but y'all know ball.
No.
That boy was at his peak. That man was a hooper.
Well, would you consider James Harden a shooter?
A shooter?
Yeah.
Step back 3.
Really?
Step back 3?
Well, early career, he was kind of more of like a crash in the box. I get what Toph's getting at. Like,
I mean, he's had some real
he became.
When he's hot, he's hot. Don't get me wrong, but
the guy on my list is Houston, James Harden.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He was.
I know he's got the step back, but I mean, I also think of him as, you could say, he was the original free throw merchant.
Oh yeah,
he got a lot of points from the strike. Well, I mean,
we actually talked about that a couple of weeks ago. Is that James Harden kind of led the way for what SGA just did? SGA just made a championship out of it.
Yeah,
he actually found a way to get it done and have a good team around him that helped him build that. You know.
Yeah. All right, on to next one. So Malik Beasley is under investigation by the feds for gambling, which is shit is crazy. Toph, what you think?
First of all, I just can't wrap my head around these athletes. Like I said, we've seen it at least once a year. Someone gets caught for some kind of game. That's like, yo, you just seen J-Mo get caught with it. Michael Porter's brother, he was the original parlay assassin.
Oh,
I was like, you just had this. I mean, first of all, I get it. You make millions. You know, you put a crazy parlay, you turn that 100K into, you know, some good money. But like, you don't have to do that. Why are we risking our career over a little parlay? I just can't wrap my hand around it.
And Beasley's not like Jonte Porter was like, you know, he was trying to turn his 10-day contract money
he
into
had
rent.
A whole Discord about it. He was really plotting that one.
But Beasley, he played, he got paid. Like, I don't understand why you would risk all that for that. But
he probably had his best career year. Was probably gonna. I don't know how many years he had left on the Pistons, but you know, he had a market
free agent, I think.
Well, he gonna be a real free agent now.
Yeah. And what's crazy is there's some very glaring videos that people have pointed out about him just dropping the ball, fumbling, turn that boy over.
Do we know like
missing bad shots?
How far back it went? Because when he was on the Lakers,
couldn't hit anything. Couldn't hit anything.
Yeah, he was taking the under on himself. It was bad.
Short-term thinking. I think of the Knicks series where he was 2 of 11, 2 of 13 from 3 after being the second highest 3-point shooter in the season. Like, how do I not think this guy was betting against us? And that sucks. I heard rumblings that they were working out a 3-year, $42 million deal
Oh,
to carry him over and keep him with the Pistons. And that shit sucks, like he's gone for sure. I mean, yeah, at least we got Karis LeVert, I guess.
yeah. So, yeah, that brings us Duncan Robinson, Karis LeVert to the Pistons. They lose Schroeder and Tim Hardaway Jr. in addition to Malik Beasley.
I think
Kyle,
that's a huge upgrade.
you think so?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Are you big on Duncan or Karis or both?
Both. I mean, Karis LeVert, that man's like a wild card. Bless you. He might score for
thank
like
you.
40 one night out of nowhere.
That's true.
Duncan Robinson, because did you guys have Luke Kennard at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Duncan, he's your traditional spot up. Don't ask him to do nothing else. Play no defense. Don't ask for none of that. Stand in that corner,
open things up
catch
for
the
Cade,
ball, and shoot it. Yeah, I just think, I mean, because like I said, you get rid of Tim Hardaway, who kind of sporadic, has his moments, but I feel like he's just always inconsistent. Like when you need him most, he just does not show up. Karis LeVert, I mean, I think he's still pretty young. He's got probably a better skill set than Malik, not nearly as better shooter, but he can attack the basket, create his own shot. Then you got Duncan, just your pure sniper. I mean, that's the come up.
Yeah. The thing I'm most sad about losing is Dennis Schroeder. He played big down the stretch in the playoffs when they needed somebody to come in and kind of guide the ship, get some points, slow things down. Schroeder was out here for that. So I know the veteran presence
he could
was
be
really...
a facilitator without Cade too. Like he could run the offense without him.
Yep.
I agree.
That veteran
sucks.
presence was really big for them come playoff time. And so now Hardaway's gone and Schroeder is gone.
Do you have no backup point now? Or no real backup point?
Kyle? Do you know?
Who's our backup point now?
Yeah.
I would guess Jaden Ivey. I mean, he's our 2, but coming off the injury, he would probably be considered our 6th man.
Gotcha. How are you feeling about the team? I know that you were the biggest Pistons homer here.
Yeah, I hate losing. Honestly, I hate losing both Hardaway and Schroeder because they were such great veteran presences. But I think as long as we keep Tobias Harris and his vibes.
I forgot about J. Cole.
Yes, bro. Someone said it finally. He looks just like him.
He
looks just like him.
He looks like a young J. Cole. But he's cared about Detroit for a long time. Shout out! I used to check his ass out, and not literally. I used to check his ass out from afar.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna just.
Excuse me, sir. It's always something with this guy, dog. It's
Fuck!
Okay, all right.
I used to be a cashier at Whole Foods, and he used to shop there. Jesus Christ! Why didn't I just say that? Leave it in.
Bro, come through to the checkout. Hey, look at all what.
Oh gosh.
I quit, man. I'm not cut out for this shit.
Oh,
This
man.
is my last late entry episode.
It's just the way that you brought it up.
It was
I
man.
used to check his ass
And
out.
Toph, if we're talking the last 2-3 weeks, this is probably the 10th time that Spencer's had to stop me.
You tap a coworker. Hey, you see that wagon?
Okay.
Oh man, what am I doing?
Was it a nice ass?
Oh Lord.
Was it a nice ass?
I'll just say he bought organic. All right,
Okay.
he bought organic. He eats healthy.
Oh God, was there a point that you were about to make there? Or was
No, yeah. I mean, I've
saying
I've
he's a
always
nice,
believed
cool
in his
dude.
game, even when he went to Philly and he left us and then came back. I was just so excited when he showed so much heart coming back to Detroit. And like every time they'd win a game, he was like, "Hey, yo, run my favorite song." And it was like the Pistons won a game. It was like the G-Mac Cash song that every Pistons fan loves to hear. And he just eats up the fandom, and he loves this city. So shout out Tobias Harris. I'm checking your ass out.
All right. Tim Hardaway Jr. to the Nuggets. The Nuggets trade Michael Porter Jr. to the Nets for Cam Johnson. And then they also traded Saric for Jonas Valanciunas, who now Jonas Valanciunas is about to screw these guys over. He is looking at leaving them to go to an international team. He is, I've got it right here. He's looking at going to play in Greece and leaving all of the money behind from the NBA. Now, often I feel like I hear about players coming from international teams and coming to the NBA. I've not seen somebody who's just got traded for, going to be on a championship contending team that obviously the organization cares about enough to go get you, and you're like, nah, I'm going to Greece. Kyle, what you think?
I mean, yeah. Choose the big boys, man. Choose the NBA.
Toph?
Like,
Well, I definitely was expecting that news. Only thing I could think of is pretty sure Big Val was not born in the U.S. and foreign players are a lot different than us Americans there. I mean, he's been a journeyman in the league for quite a while, so we don't know this man's life. Maybe he's just sick of living in the U.S. Just wants to get back to, I guess, some. I don't know if he's in from Greece, but whatever it is, some in Greece got that man ready to jump ship. I don't know if he met him, some fine shit or something. Man said he got to go to Greece ASAP. He dropping everything. So there's something in Greece we don't know about that he got to get to. So he probably found him a baddie over there.
All right.
gotta feel that shit out first. I get it.
I'd be so pissed, bro. I'd be so pissed trading for somebody and then being
God.
yeah, actually, I'm out of here.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, he Darren Waller the fucking Nuggets.
For real.
All right, Lakers
1,000-yard receiver.
finally get their center. DeAndre Ayton has signed with them. They also re-signed Jaxson Hayes to a 1-year deal, which surprised me. I thought after the way things imploded between him and JJ at the end of the season last season that Jaxson Hayes would be anywhere but the Lakers, but he's back again. Hopefully this works out. I know Luka loves him a center, so thoughts and prayers with my boys.
I like this move.
Hopefully this is something for them.
I
honestly.
mean,
and they needed anything they could get. So, Ayton is a good piece.
I mean, bigs aren't easy to come at. Do we know exactly how much money it was for the 2 years?
I don't have that in front of me.
I mean, also, it can't be no worse than Alex and Jaxson Hayes. So by default,
yeah.
You're not really hurting yourself. Jaxson Hayes is a backup. He's not starting. He's just there, about to give him a little bit of rest. This is Ayton's chance to, prove himself, which is ironic that Luka and Ayton were in the same drafts. Just a one-pick difference. Now they're on the same team.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see what Ayton does. I mean, he's got a lot to prove. Maybe he just hated Phoenix so bad. He made up stories so he couldn't get up his driveway in Portland. Doesn't want to go to games. Now that he's now he's in LA, maybe dominating. It's finally going to show up. And if that's the case, Lakers got to come up. Just got to find them a point guard.
It's interesting.
He ain't the first guy to hate Houston either, or to hate Phoenix either.
True.
It's interesting that this seems to be another iteration of the Lakers having centers with great potential and questioning the motor. You know what I mean? You had Dwight Howard's first stint there. Didn't work out too well. You had Anthony Davis, who was great, won a championship, but people always were like, he could be so much better if he was just so consistent with it. Now we've got DeAndre Ayton, another guy, high talent. Let's see if the motor is there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I'm hoping. I'm skeptical, but I'm optimistic because it could be great. You know what I mean? A few years ago, he was thought of as a star, so I'm hoping to Luka, LeBron, Reeves, and Ayton. You know, I'm hoping to see something there.
I mean, if you get that 20, I don't know what year that was for the Suns. If you get that version of 18, you're chilling.
Oh, right. So Dame was just waived by the Bucks. They stretched his contract over 5 years, told him to be on his merry way, and signed Myles Turner. Bucks are a pretty ruthless organization from what I've seen so far. Dame's hurt. They said, nah, you don't have to get out of here. Budenholzer won a championship 2 years later. Brother dies in a car accident. He misses a few games for that. They let his ass go that season. It is a cold world out here. People talk about loyalty and players not having loyalty. The Bucks are out here vicious for people. What do you guys think about Dame getting waived? What do you think about Myles Turner on the Bucks? And where would you like to see Dame next? Toph?
I mean, this is unprecedented. We've never seen. I don't know if you even want to call the Dame a superstar anymore, but somebody of his caliber, the career he's put down, just to see him waived after one. I think it was only 1 year, wasn't it? 2. Okay, I mean, after 2 years, I mean,
He was
the
hurt
man.
both years.
Okay, I mean, Dame is one guy who's never really requested a trade, thugged out in Portland, and everybody said, you got to jump ship. You're wasting, your good years, which he probably did. But like I said, you got to, respect the guy for trying to, give the team that drafted him a championship. He got close so many times, but just never quite got there. As far as Dame right now, I don't know. I mean, because he's not going to play this year at all. So if you sign him, there has to be a 2-year deal. You're not getting anything this year unless somehow your team is in the finals, and maybe he could come back, but probably not a good idea. Super unfortunate, man. As a Dame fan, I hate to see it. This could be the end of Dame as we know it. Who knows? I mean, Achilles. I think Dame's in his mid-30s too. I don't know if it's his takeoff foot. Like I said, he's definitely going to lose a step athletically. So it to be more of just really launch from the logo. I don't know who could take Dame just because he's not going to be there. Just join the Lakers, man. Join the homie LeBron. Go ring chasing with your homie. So yeah, Lakers, go hit up Dame Dollar.
Kyle?
That sounds pretty cool to me. Yeah, it sucks to see Damian Lillard not on not being sought after, but I get it. It's the sign of the times, as Harry Styles says. I mean, it sucks. Like the fact that
Where does he say he's coming from?
the fact that the Bucks are cool taking out Myles Turner and they don't want to pay Dame sucks. But it's the sign of the times.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Myles Turner thing. I mean, I guess in terms of spacing for Giannis is cool. If you're gonna play with the big lineup, Turner, Giannis. I don't even know who else is not even on that team.
And they kind of showed they could do it without
Bobby
Dame.
P. Shout out Bobby.
Kuzma.
Bobby P. Yeah.
Kuzma's on there.
But they showed they could do it without Dame, right? So I guess this is their way of just being like, let's move on.
I feel
like they could win. I mean, they won without him.
I feel bad for him, man. It's like we're talking about loyalty. I know he wanted to stay in Portland for so long when it shipped there, but this is just a sign, like, to all the players. If you want to get the ring, don't wait until it's too long because it can turn out. It can all go away so fast. I agree. I think Myles Turner is going to be good for them. He's a very good center. And Dame, there's been reports that the Warriors are talking to him, which I think would be crazy. If you,
I think he's from there too.
If you could get Dame back healthy, Dame and Steph and Draymond and Jimmy buckets, we might have something there. We might really have something there. You put two of the greatest shooters in NBA history on the same team, it could be fantastic.
You're about to get 60% of the field goals per game from behind the 3-point line.
Behind half court, dog.
yeah.
I'll never forget that All-Star game where Steph and Dame were just shooting back and forth from like the logo.
Oh yeah,
that was crazy.
That would be fun as fuck to see on the same team.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. They ain't going back to Cali. I didn't even think about that.
So the Mavs, they just made a move now. They're looking pretty stacked. They just got DeAngelo Russell to come over there. So he's going to be able to hold it down at point while Kyrie is rehabbing. It's crazy. Kyrie got a new deal, and Dame got waived. That's the difference between those 2 point guards right now. But, I mean, you've got DeAngelo Russell. I think he's going to be able to hold it down. He's proven to be a good point guard. It's just a matter of when it comes playoff time, he shrinks. But hopefully we'll have Kyrie back then to be able to take that back over. But you've got D'Lo, Clay, Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, Gafford, Lively, PJ Washington, Max Christie. They can make some noise over there. That's a deep team now. If everybody can stay healthy, that's the question, though. That's like a team that's had some injuries before. Kyrie, Clay, Anthony Davis. But if they can stay healthy, it's going to be a
team
hard
ain't got no
out.
knees.
It's going to be a hard out in the West, though.
That's one injured horse.
What do you guys think? You think that they're can make a good run next season?
On paper, wait. Do we know when Kyrie could come back? Is it like towards the end of the season or like mid-season?
Probably.
It's going to be
ACL,
probably
right?
close to a calendar year.
Probably mid to late season.
Now, if you could get Brooklyn D'Lo or even a Golden State D'Lo, hey, that's a come up right there.
Oh yeah.
If D'Lo could get you like 15 to 18, you know, the ice in his veins, if that comes back, hey, that's all you could ask for. I think Cooper Flag, he's the X factor with that team. I heard reports where Jason Kidd wants Cooper to actually run the one.
I've heard that.
He wants him to put him in uncomfortable positions to see how he reacts. The Cooper Flag is the truth, what everybody's been saying. I think you got to put the ball in that man's hands at all times. Let him carry. Now, like I said, no, you can't win a championship on paper, but with the amount of depth that they have, especially in the front court, because you know AD hates playing literally a second of center. Keep him in the 4, your rotation between Gafford, Lively, hell, maybe even PJ might play some center as well too. I like the chances, man. Like I said, if that team can come together, they can definitely make some noise in the West.
I think that their decision maker is just going to have to make sure that they do a good job of getting the ball to everybody. Because if you have D'Lo just going ISO mode the whole time, you got 4 other guys that are just wasting their potential out there. Kyle?
Yeah, I think they're a sleeper team for sure. I mean, they're kind of somebody that we probably won't be talking about come December, January.
With Cooper Flag?
Not necessarily. I mean, talking about as one of the top teams, right? Like top 3, top 4. But I think they could make their way there because he's a young rookie. He's got some things to learn, and he's got some things to do as far as managing this team. And he's got a lot of veterans around him that's going to help him do that. But I do think it's going to take some time for this team to kind of settle in. And I think they'll probably they could end up as the number 10, and they could end up as the number 2. But I think they're a playoff team, no doubt. And once the playoffs come, they'll beat you whether they're the favorites or not.
Question.
Because
what rank were they last year? Were they AC? Even
they
after
ended up 8.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
You lost Luka for what, maybe half the year, and you still held him to the 8th seed? With that, I mean, at worst, 8th seed again, as long as everybody stays healthy. I could even see 6. Somewhere between 6 and 8 for sure.
I'm thinking like 4 or 5.
Ooh, I ain't mad at that either.
You've got what? Thunder?
I think they're a playoff team is basically where I'm at. Like they
Thunder,
they could end
Denver,
up anywhere
Houston,
yep.
Golden State,
Lakers.
Lakers. I'm
End
trying
of
to think
list.
on the fly here.
End of list at the top.
I don't think we missed anybody.
Grizzlies are taking a step back, I think.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, I could see. I guess
Suns are taking a
4 or
step back.
5. Yeah.
Do we think the Lakers are taking a step up?
Hell yeah. DeAndre Ayton
Yeah.
with a full season of LeBron and Luka? Are you kidding me?
If LeBron is still there, you gotta give him a chance. And Luka
I don't
too.
hate it. I just don't know it.
I mean, the biggest problem was a big man last year. I mean, they were the 2 seed at one point. I mean, they literally went everywhere.
Yeah.
They had a really good run where they were looking unstoppable. So
A second
yeah,
year
if
with
that
JJ
team
as the
stays
coach.
healthy, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If Ayton could just be decent, that's all he's got to do.
Speaking of loaded teams in the West, the Rockets have been making some moves. Obviously, we know that KD is there. They added Dorian Finney-Smith. They added Clint Capella on top of the rest of the team that they already had in the 2 seed. I think they're going to be very dangerous and also very deep, too. Kyle, what you think about your boy and his new team?
I think this is his time. This is the time that, for me on this show, I need him to have a kick-ass postseason, just so I can stick it to double dose here. I would really love for him to make a run and maybe even win a championship. Yeah, it would be his most meaningful championship. I really think that. So if he could lock some shit up and make that shit happen with the team he's got around him, with some stars, kind of some some really good players around him, but not really the milked team that he had in Golden State, I would love to see him make it happen.
Toph?
Yeah, I mean, I see this team get easily the number 1 seed. I mean, you got the closer now, KD. You don't even need him to do too much. You got Amin, I think's crazy. Another under his belt. Fred Van Yeet, you kept him. And somehow you still were able to keep Jabari and Tari, who you could easily ship off midway through the season. If something's missing, you could make something shake and trade something. So this might even be their final team. I don't know if it's still going, but I still think that this team has one more move to make mid-season. Yeah, Houston's looking real scary, man. They're definitely my number 1 seed easily. I hope KD brings it home to Houston, so Houston will not have a problem. The Texans, they win the Super Bowl as well too. It's gonna be a party in Houston. Now I'm excited to see the Rockets play.
So Houston don't have a problem.
Yeah, man. Don't forget about Sengun. That they got there still.
LP.
They got stalwarts at center and Steven Adams and Clint Capella now. Look, I think this is last chance you for KD. This is going to be, and at least for me personally, this is like make or break for his legacy for me. I feel like if he bums out here, then it's like, all right, KD, good ass shooter, never really had the it to do this. But if he comes here and is the missing piece for the Rockets and leads them to a chip, like you said, Kyle, it would be his most meaningful championship. It'll show that he actually can get that done. It would cement him as one of the, not just one of the greatest talent players, but of one of the actual greatest players of his generation. I'm really excited. I'm rooting for him. Not against my Lakers, but aside from that, I really think that they've got a good shot. Like you said, number 1 seed. They were number 2 last season. Number 1, 2, 3 seed. I don't think that that's out of the realm of possibilities at all. And so, yeah, I'm hoping they get that shit done.
They lost to a team like Golden State with a bunch of veterans, and now they get the guy that carried Golden State to their championship.
That's
Anyway.
That's a little it's disingenuous. Kyle, who's your all due disrespect this week?
Anybody who doesn't drink IPAs, I don't like you.
All right, guess it's on site then, Kyle.
It's on site.
Fucking IPA.
No, I'm kidding. All right, I'll let y'all drink your light beers. More for me. My all due disrespect goes to my buddy Dave from work.
Shout out Dave.
He decided to chopped some wood this last week or a couple weeks ago now at this point, and his daughter just so happened to make a ruckus, and he looked over at his daughter and continued to chop the wood and damn near chopped his damn hand off. And so basically Dave is my boy, and we work side by side together when we're on a job, and we do all the hard shit together. Well, ever since Dave almost chopped his hand off, I have to do all the hard shit by myself. And so Dave is just sitting there with one hand with a limp dick, just doing all the easy shit while I have to do all the hard stuff at work. So my all due disrespect goes to Dave for almost chopping his hand off.
So you're telling me that my man's almost chopped his fucking hand off, and you're not concerned about him. You're just saying, fuck, nah, I gotta do more work.
Well, yeah, he got surgery. Everything's fine. He's good.
Terrible friend. You're an awful friend.
I love you, Dave.
All due
But fuck
disrespect.
you for making me do more work.
All due disrespect to you. You don't even care about his health or not.
No, I care about it. Yeah, you're right. All due disrespect to me. Fuck it. I don't care.
Toph?
Mine. Found mine probably about an hour ago. Just scrolling through the interweb, and I came up across an interesting post from you guys know who Paul Feinbaum is?
Yes.
I've heard his name. Okay.
Mouth of the South.
Yeah. He's always got some interesting takes here, and now we all know who Arch Manning is, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I know what you're about to say.
Okay. Then we all know who
Another
Tim
type.
Tebow is, right?
Yep.
So
Oh,
we're talking just college here, definitely not NFL. And I'm a Longhorns fan. This is coming from me. But to say that Arch Manning is the best quarterback since Tim Tebow, I thought was just crazy.
Did he say since Tim Tebow, or
Yes.
did he just say ever?
No, since Tim Tebow.
Okay.
That's literally right
Tim
on
Tebow.
ESPN's article right there. I mean, Tebow was that dude, but I don't know. We had a lot of good people since Tim Tebow to play on Saturdays. I mean, Cam Newton, Johnny Manziel, Trevor Lawrence, C.J. Stroud. There's been a lot of people to play. And I know his last name is Manning, but come on, Paul. You know these takes, man. You got to slow your roll there, man. I think that's crazy. So, Paul, you got to go, man. You got to go.
Arch hasn't
Shador
even started.
Sanders?
Arch hasn't even started for a full season yet.
Mm-mm.
Tim Tebow has a Super Bowl ring.
Does he really?
I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm pretty sure with the Broncos.
No.
No, he
Pretty
wasn't
sure
on that team. I think he's on the Jets during that
No.
year.
Shit.
Tim
He
Tebow does not
definitely
have a
got
Super
that
Bowl
ring.
ring. Yeah, that's a wild ass take. Maybe.
All of a sudden, Spencer knows football.
Oh, that's what we're doing now. Why don't you go check out some more asses down at the Whole Foods, Kyle?
Organic at that.
All right.
Some organic
Low hanging
asses.
fruit. Low hanging fruit. Nice job. Nice job.
Kyle's down there in the peach department.
Oh, man.
Checking out all the scores.
All right.
What were you
All
saying?
right.
Though?
My all due disrespect is Kyle for the wild ass. I'm just kidding. Look, so
That was your all due disrespect last
the-
week. You can't do me twice in a row.
the Diddy trial.
Pause.
The Diddy
boy.
Diddy trial just concluded, I think 2 days ago. No, it might have been yesterday.
This is your all
I think
due
it was yes- I think it was
disrespect?
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah. So look, he was acquitted of 3 of the 5 charges, I believe, found guilty on 2 of them. And
It was part of the 3/5 compromise. All right.
don't laugh at that. Make him sit there in that. All right,
This will
so
be my last episode.
So look, Diddy was acquitted of 3 of the 5. Now, I'm not gonna pretend to know the ins and outs of the situation, but I know some pretty fucked up shit that Diddy was doing. Some pretty horrible things, to be honest with you. I'm never gonna forget seeing that video of Cassie running out, trying to get in the elevator, and Diddy running out, and they got it on film, him beating her ass in front of the elevator. That is a terrible human being. And for there to be people outside the courtroom celebrating for Diddy. And this is a direct quote from Laura Coates on CNN. I kid you not, people are pouring baby oil on one another outside this courthouse.
Oh, no.
I saw a video. It's a dude out there in the baby oil. He's spraying it on some girl. She's dancing. She's dancing so hard, loses her fucking wig. Got to pick the wig up and dancing. It's the most ghetto, ratchet, just deplorable shit I ever saw in my whole fucking life. I'm disgusted.
I'm about to find that.
And that's what we're doing right now. You took the day off work of all the things you could be doing in your life and went down to the courthouse to dance in baby oil that Diddy was acquitted of 3 or 5 charges. That is what we're doing now. Didn't even make fucking music that was that good. I at least understand motherfuckers that were sad about R. Kelly because he made some hits. Still a terrible human being. But fucking for Diddy, that's my all due disrespect. The motherfuckers that were out there celebrating that shit like they won the Super Bowl. Fuck you, ignorant ass niggas, dog.
The Diddy Bowl.
The Diddy Bowl.
Diddy Bowl.
Terrible.
Damn, now I really feel like an asshole for my all due disrespect.
The Diddy Bowl. Oh, okay.
Let's see them funny posts.
Here we go.
Yeah, Mr. Malik.
Do y'all see yourselves right now?
Yeah,
yes.
I see me.
All right.
That is egregious. That is egregious, dog.
They went and cut that shit down to 7 so fast.
There's that man's look right there.
There's a few videos though that are just awful of him.
Oh man, some egregious things he's done. Here we go. This is a Death Note take.
Honest anime hot take, no need to hold back.
Death Note sucks. Light sucks. L sucks. They all suck. This story sucks. It's the worst anime I've ever seen. Death Note is not in.
I mean, L died, so.
I hate him. I want him to die again. I want him to come back to life and die again. Light sucks. No anime.
Hell no.
And it sucks so bad. I'm here to tell y'all. Death Note ain't it. Don't tell people about it. Don't recommend it to people. That is not the anime to treat people. That shit is ass. Dream Pop 2025.
He did say not to hold back.
Damn,
That's
well,
all she needed to hear.
I guess fucking I don't have to watch Death Note ever. They spoiled the fucking ending right there.
It sucks. L sucks.
They said
That's a classic though.
They said he got greased.
That's a good anime. Nobody hate on Death Note. Anybody in the comments? You drop it down below.
See,
Tell me if it sucks, because I know you disagree with Luigi.
no, it definitely is not the worst. To say the worst anime, either she was being sarcastic is crazy.
Oh, she had look at that blue in her mouth, bro. Look at that.
Like, she might have been
Like,
dead serious. With that take, I think
She just ate a lollipop. She's all high on sugar.
Hey,
all right, those were.
I respect the take though.
Those were Tophs.
I do respect it.
Yep.
This is your Kyle.
I got one more.
Of course. The allegations.
Hey, bro, when you break the record, you don't cry. If you break the record, you don't cry. You don't cry if you break the record. Yeah, the score record. You don't think so? Bet. I'm running this bet. All right. Hey, that's history, bro. That's 40 years.
Yo, they got his ass.
He said, "Huh? Huh?"
Oh man,
they got his ass. All right.
You love that, right, Spence? I know you love that.
Well, better get deep.
I won't cry if I break no scoring record. Maybe a championship.
Hey, he got his ass. He got him. All right. So I had 3, but then I just found one more that we have to absolutely touch on real quick. So I'm gonna try to get through these fast. My first one on Twitter at dinosaurs1969. What's your pronouns? Lately, I'm partial to big dog. And there's people in the comments. I'm pretty custom to chief myself. And then somebody said he/he as in I want to point out Adam Schefter posted this. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day. Bonilla is set to collect another $1.193 million from the New York Mets today, as he will earn each July 1st through the year 2035. And if you are not familiar with the context of that,
Man's getting paid.
okay.
Also, I think it's pronounced Bobby Bonilla.
Oh, okay.
I think I've heard that.
It's not vanilla, dude.
I think I've
All
heard
right.
Bobby Bonilla. I don't know.
Bobby Bonilla. All right. So when he was with the Mets, they wanted to move on from him, and he had a buyout of $5.9 million on his contract. Instead of giving him the lump sum of the buyout, they negotiated a 25-year deferred payment plan with 8% interest starting on July 1st, 2011. And so he will be 72 when he gets his last check, which is
That's
insane. They're going to give him 1-point-something million a year for 25 years rather than give him $5.9 million in a lump sum. Horrific business move.
Whoever that GM, yeah, he's cooked.
This is from Chase Down Leads on Twitter. My 13-year-old son asked me to give him and his friends a ride to a concert. Of course I will. When we arrive at the venue, the friends get out, but my son stays in the car. Aren't you going to join your friends, I ask? Nope, I barely know them. I'm just running a taxi here. Now let's get the next passenger. His phone buzzes. He's just received $50 Venmo for his services. I'm so proud of my little entrepreneur.
Yo. Hey. Out here hustling.
If I was the dad in that situation and that just happened, I'd have to take my cap off of respect. Like, sir, you got it. And then I would teach him about operating expenses when I take that gas money.
Yeah, I was going to say gas, wear and tear on the car.
All right, I just saw this literally this second, but it's on Twitter. Somebody asking if KD is going to destroy another franchise in Houston. And he responded, as he always does. He says, show me evidence of me destroying a franchise. Please show me. And at 5FoulsSB00K tweeted, I got to watch Jalen Green and Bradley Beal hoops with no first-round picks until 2032.
I mean,
had the receipts for him, bro. No first till 2032.
Was it really KD or the GM that ruined it? He
True.
played a part in it, but I don't know if I can blame him completely on that one.
No, I mean, he lights fires, though. He lights fires and then he walks away. That's for sure.
Yep. They gave up, 4 or 5 first to get him? And a bunch of players?
But it ain't. I don't blame him for any of his leavings. Like I don't blame him for leaving OKC. I don't blame him for leaving the Nets. Like
I don't blame him for leaving the Nets. I blame him for going to the Nets, and I blame him for leaving the Suns.
I don't blame him for
leaving the Suns at all.
I mean, you got Draymond calling you a bitch. You never got the true respect from the fans. So
no, not the Warriors, the Suns.
Exactly.
Not the Warriors, the Suns.
Yeah, I mean, the Suns fans were giving him shit when he was there the whole time.
Well, maybe if the motherfucker won more. Think about this. They went to the finals before they got him. They got him and didn't make the playoffs.
I mean,
can't wait for this season.
That team was getting cooked by the Wolves. They didn't have a chance.
All right. That's all the time we got for today. Thank you for tuning in to Late Entry. Please leave us a like, a comment, a subscribe if you haven't. Let us know what you think.
Don't forget to tell Double Dose he sucks.
No, tell Kyle about how the fucking Suns were KD's fault. We will catch y'all next week with a new episode. Thanks for joining us. Peace.
Peace.